American journalist and political activist Gloria Steinem says, quote, "The story of women's struggle for equality belongs to no single feminist nor to any one organization, but to the collective efforts of all who care about human rights," unquote. Tomorrow, the world will commemorate International Women's Day. And with us in the studio is Philippine Commission on Women Deputy Director Cecile Gutierrez to tell us more about this year's celebration. Good morning to you, ma'am.
Good morning, Amelyn.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning.
It's our pleasure.
We'll start first with the statistics. Last month, the V-Day Advocacy Women that calls for the end of violence against women and children mentioned that violence still exists against women worldwide. What about here in the Philippines?
Yes, here in the Philippines, we have from 2004, the statistics that we have from 2004 until 2010, there's an increasing trend, but for 2011, it actually decreased.
So there's still an increase, or there's still a rampant violence against women? Is that what the statistics are saying? Or could it be that since the awareness is already there?
Yes, it's not really conclusive that there is increasing trend. The statistics would show that because of the issuance of laws and the advocacy activities that we have been instituting, the empowerment of women has increased so that they have been more bold, more courageous in reporting the incidents of violence against them.
What's the number one type of violence, or at least what's the most rampant form of violence against women, at least here in the Philippines?
The most rampant would still be the violence against women and children, RA 9262. We have physical violence also, we have sexual violence, we have emotional, psychological, and economic violence.
I was thinking that the last three that you mentioned, maybe some is a form of violence against women that may not yet be in the radar, so to speak, because we wouldn't really assume or we wouldn't really categorize it as such. Is that what you find?
Yes, actually, most of the reported cases are physical, or the trigger that would have made the women, that would have made the women report them is because of the physical violence. But if you go deeper to the problem, it would show that they have already experienced emotional, physical, emotional, psychological, and emotional violence even before they reported the physical violence against them.
Like the economic violence is when, since if it's the male or the father figure who's earning, and that somehow restricts the freedom of the woman, especially because of lack of resources. Is that also a form?
Rightly so, Amelyn. Yes, it is our conclusion that many of the women don't report the abuses against them, or even if they report it, they still stick especially to their spouses because of the economic dependence on them, on the spouses.
Does the Commission also tackle the workplace situation for women? Is it still rampant that in some cases men still get higher pay than women?
Yes, so in the Magna Carta of Women, we have the Department of Labor mandated to look into the concerns and problems of women in the workplace. So, of course, what is mandated by the government under the Magna Carta of Women is to equalize the opportunities for women and men in the workplace, especially the wage rates.
Has it been equalized?
Not yet. It is still a continuing advocacy and battle for us, well, for the Department of Labor specifically, to equalize the not only the wage rates but the conditions also for them, because there are specific conditions that should be present in the workplace for women. For example, if the worker is a female, then there should be facilities for breastfeeding or mothers. So things like that also. So it's not only the wage also, but also the conditions for them.
Do we have sufficient laws that protect women?
As of now, I would like to think so. Yes, we have. We have already the Magna Carta for women, of women. We also have the RA
Violence.
9262, the
9262.
anti-violence. We have the anti-rape case. We have the anti-sexual harassment case, laws. So all of these are already protecting the rights of women in our country. So maybe I'd like to segue to tell you that I think the Philippines is one of the best places to
For
live
women.
live in for women,
Yeah,
because
you
we
did
are
mention,
yes,
according to the World Economic Forum.
yes, according to the World Economic Forum, we are number 8 in the ranking for the gender gap index, and that means we have already been there in the top 10, the only Asian country in the top 10, which has been there for the last 6 years.
So congratulations to us.
I think so.
So this year, ma'am, the theme is kababaihan, gabay sa pagtahak sa tuwid na daan.
Yes, because we would like to highlight for this year the participation of women in governance. We have already in the third level, which means the officials in the government bureaucracy, at I think about 46% are women, but in the political arena, we still have lots to catch up with.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am, for joining us this morning here in Solar Daybreak.
Yes, so the Philippine Commission Women extends our appreciation and gratitude to media. And maybe I would like also to take this opportunity now to highlight that on March 22, we will be launching the 3 guidelines for media for gender equality. So we have the Code of Ethics for Media. We will also be launching the guidelines for the elimination of discrimination of women in media and film, and our Gender Equality Guide.
All right. Thank you so much again, ma'am.
You're welcome.